Let's talk about protection, and I mean energetic protection. Once someone realizes that the universe is all made of energy, that people are made of energy, and there's physical energy, there's non physical energy, we have auras. Once we start understanding this, it's easy to think about okay, I need to protect myself against things that I don't want in my energy, right? If someone is negative or you feel they're very low vibrating, we don't want that energy to be part of our experience. It's the same thing as being around somebody who's sick. Oh, they've got the flu. I don't want to get too close. I don't want to get sick. And this especially becomes a topic of discussion when we're talking about doing one on one sessions with people, whether it's card readings or counseling or hands on healing, where you're physically touching another person, you're working in somebody else's energy field. In today's video, I'm going to talk about this concept of protection from a Lemurian point of view, of course. But I'm going to start first with a story. And this is going back to one of my first healing workshops that I ever took. This is going back into the late 90s. I was in a workshop. I was thrilled. I was a newly awakened healer. And this was one of my first workshops. I think it was a 3-day workshop. And there was another student in class, a woman who was clearly very psychic, certainly a lot more psychic than I was at the time. And I was kind of in awe of her because this is someone who was traveling between California and Hawaii and doing private sessions, doing readings for people. And while we were doing pair work in this healing course, she started feeling very ill, started feeling very affected by other people's energy as she was doing, the hands-on exercises in this healing workshop. And the instructor, who happened to be the founder and creator of this healing modality that we were learning, she was a wise woman, an incredible healer, and in fact got her modality accredited so that nurses were allowed to practice this modality in hospitals across North America. And I overheard her talking to this other student about her, feeling ill and being affected by other people's energy. And it impressed me so much because the teacher was having none of it. She was not coddling this student or saying, that's okay, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. No, she was being a strong and focused teacher, and she was having none of it. And I overheard her explaining, you can either be victim and feel vulnerable and have this experience, or you can focus on the work. It's your choice. And it seemed a little harsh in the moment, but that stuck with me all of these years. And as I started remembering about Lemurian wisdom and remembering how we used to heal in Lemuria, it became so much clearer that that point of view was the best one. That's the way we looked at things in Lemuria. So when it comes to this whole concept of protection, the best way, the Lemurian way, is you don't even think about it. This idea of protecting yourself against something that you fear or something unwanted, this is not the Lemurian way. The Lemurian way is to focus on what it is you want, what it is you want to create. It's about trusting the process of life, trusting the universe. We live in a magnetic universe. That's just the way things are. It doesn't matter what dimension you exist in. This is a magnetic universe, meaning you magnetically attract to you whatever matches your vibration, whatever matches your belief. The universe always gives you what you expect. So if you're afraid of something, if you're afraid of somebody else's energy affecting yours, or afraid of catching the flu from somebody else, you are actually magnetically attracting the very thing that you do not want. That's the whole energy of protection. Esther Hicks and Abraham, I think, have explained this the best. And the easy way they've given us to remember this is you get what you think about, whether you want it or not, because this is a universe based on magnetism. So whatever you're focused on, whether it's something you want, something you don't want, your focus means that's the magnet. You become that magnet to attract that thing that you're focused on. So You might be afraid of taking on somebody's energy doing healing work. And it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to have that experience, but I guarantee you that fear, that sense of needing protection is going to start attracting something into your life experience that I guarantee you will not be happy with. So when it comes to the idea of protecting yourself, the Lemurian way is don't even think about it. It is not even an issue. In Lemurian healing, we don't teach about protection for this very reason. And some students are very surprised because they've learned from other teachers and other modalities that you have to go through some kind of ritual of protecting yourself so that something bad doesn't happen to you. But it's no different than being afraid that you're going to get sick because somebody else in the room happens to be sick, or that you're going to be flying on an airplane, and by virtue of flying on an airplane with other people, you're bound to catch something. The universe will happily deliver to you exactly what you don't want because that's what you're focused on. Now, I'm just a messenger. I didn't make up the rules. That's simply the way this universe works. So when it comes to the idea of protection, let it go. Practice trusting the universe, trusting your higher self, trusting that everything is based in love and that everything is truly working out for your highest good all the time. And it is best to make habits of focusing on things that you do want to experience in your life and giving a lot less energy and hopefully zero energy to things that you have find yourself worrying about or being afraid of. You truly are the creator of your own experience with every thought, every belief, every expectation. So make the choices that feel good for you. Now, those are my thoughts about protection. Keeping your energy system healthy and balanced and bright, that's a different story, because the focus there is bringing wellness, bringing light, bringing love into your energetic system, physically and non-physically. So yes, you can do aura cleansing, chakra balancing, things that are considered self-care and helping you make your light brighter, because the energy there is more focused on the positive, on what you want, rather than protecting yourself against something unwanted. So how do you feel about this way of thinking, this way of looking at the concept of protection? I'd love to hear from you. Be sure to leave a comment down below. And if you have any questions about related topics, I'd love to hear those too. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And until I see you again, I send you my love and light from Lemuria. Aloha.